Happy morning to you all. Blue Stars High Secondary School welcomes you all to learn how to write an article. Now we are going to learn the comprehension topic article writing, which earns us 5 marks. Now, what is an article writing? Writing creative, unique, professional and fruitful articles is rewarding if one perfects the art of article writing. It includes magazine articles, website content articles, blogs, journals and newspaper articles. Now we are going to learn the format of newspaper articles. Headlines or title, byline, it's the name of the writer. Then introduction, then develop cause, effect, relationship with examples to support your views. And then compare and contrast views, points of view or information. Then finally conclusion with suggestions and predictions. Now this is the introduction of article writing. An article may be defined as a piece of writing complete in itself in a newspaper, magazine, etc. Now we are going to read about some other characteristics of well-written articles. Article is usually on a well-defined topic or topics that are related in some way. The writer is objective and shows all sides to an issue. The sources are identified and are reliable. You are going to show this by your writing, not to tell, isn't it? And then, why do we write articles? For what purpose we are writing articles? It may be for the purpose of propagating the news, research results, academic analysis or debate. A news article discusses current or recent news of either general interest, that is daily newspapers, or of a specific topic, that is political or trade news magazines, club newsletters or technology news websites. A news article includes accounts of eyewitnesses to the happening event. It contains photographs, accounts, statistics, graphs, recollections, interviews, polls, debates on the topic, etc. The writer also gives facts and detailed information following answers to general questions like who, what, when, where, why and how. For example, who's the accused? What is the reason of this incident? When it happened? Where it happened? Why was this happen? And how it reacts? So we will get all the answers by reading the news, isn't it? And then references to people are made through written accounts of interviews and debates. All these are also possible by other means, but articles gives the fact along with the general public view to a large audience. This is the format of an article. Already we have read. Now, what are the things must be there in an article? Interesting or curiosity generating title, and then author's name and designation, then a picture related to the subject, then the matter. Now we are going to learn the types of articles. What are they? Academic paper, that means in text articles. Academic paper, it's an academic article published in an academic journal. The status of academics is often dependent both on how many articles they have had published and on the number of times that their articles are cited by authors of other articles. Blog. Some styles of blog articles are more like articles. Other styles are written more like entries in a personal journal. Encyclopedia article. In an encyclopedia or other reference work, an article is a primary division of content. Marketing article. An often thin piece of content which is designed to draw the reader to a commercial website or product. Usenet articles are messages written in the style of email and posted to an open moderated or unmoderated Usenet news group. Then we are going to learn about the spoken articles. In the general context, this term refers to articles produced in the form of audio recordings. They are also referred to as podcasts. Then listicles, articles whose primary content is a list, that is called as listicles. Next we are going to learn about the steps to write an effective article. We have to follow the steps to make our article an effective one. Collection of material. You can write only when you know the subject matter. For this purpose, it is essential that you read widely. Have a keen power of observation and write down from your own experience. Think over the topic and jot down the points that come to your mind. Make a selection of points you have jotted down and strike out those which are irrelevant and unimportant. So first of all, we have to collect the materials whichever required for the article writing. We have to have a keen observation power for writing down our own experience. First of all, we want to think over the topic. Then we have to point out some other points that come to our mind. Then we have to select the points whatever we have pointed out, and then we have to strike out the irrelevant and unimportant points. Then we have to arrange the material, that means arrangement of material. First we collected, now we are going to arrange whatever we are having in our hand. When you have collected the material, divide it under different headings. As per the headings, we have to divide it. These are all the things want to come under the topic introduction. These are all want to come under the topic conclusion. Like that, we have to divide it properly. Arrange the points in logical order. The different ideas should be collected under its proper heading. Then we have to avoid repetition. We must avoid the repeated things placed in the article writing. Next we are going to write the article. Writing the article. Devote one paragraph to each main heading. See that the paragraphs are related to one another. We have to check the paragraphs are relating with one another or not. A paragraph should talk of one main heading only. Its first sentence should be the key sentence. So the first sentence should give the idea of the paragraph what we are going to read. That's why we have to make it as a key sentence. All other ideas expressed in the paragraph should be related to the main idea. Whatever ideas we are expressing there in the paragraph, it should be related to the main idea what we are going to say about in the article. Now, elements of an article. First of all, what we want to write? Headline. Yes, headline is a text at the top of a newspaper article indicating the nature of the article. So this headline is the very important one, which shows the nature of the article, what we are going to write. The headline catches the attention of the reader and relates well to the topic. So the headline itself catching the attention of the reader. By seeing the headline, the readers, they started to take the newspaper and started to read, isn't it? And relates well to the topic. Modern headlines are typically written in an abbreviated style by using some other shortened form of letters, isn't it? Omitting many elements of a complete sentence but almost always including a non-copula verb. So it is a shortened one, but it contains all the meanings within that words. Next, byline. Byline gives the name and often the position of the writer. This is the writer's name. So each and every article must have the author's name. That's why we are calling it as byline. Next, lead. The lead, sometimes spelled lead. Sentence captures the attention of the reader and sums up the focus of the story. The lead also establishes the subject, sets the tone and guides the reader into the article. So the lead sentence, it is helping the readers to read the article. It's making some curiosity in their mind. That's why the catchy lead will be there to sum up the focus of the story. The author may choose to open in any number of ways, include the following: an anecdote, a shocking or startling statement, a generalization, pure information, a description, a quote, a question, a comparison. Next, body of the article. Details and elaboration are evident in the body and flow smoothly from the lead. Quotes are used to add interest and support to the story. The inverted pyramid is used with most articles if less vital details are pushed towards the end of the story. The potentially destructive impact will be minimized. So the inverted pyramid. Main points of the article, the 5 W's plus the hook. The lead paragraph, which contains who, what, where, when, why and how. Additional essential information. What it is? More important information about the topic. Less in essential details. Less essential details that may be cropped by the editor to fit in the newspaper without losing meaning. A feature article will follow a format appropriate for its type. Structures for feature articles may include but are not limited to chronological. The article may be a narrative of some sort. Cause and effect. The reasons and results of an event or process are examined. Classification. Items in an article are grouped to help aid understanding. Compare and contrast. 2 or more items are examined side by side to see their similarities and differences. List. A simple item by item. Rundown of pieces of information. Question and answer, such as an interview with a celebrity or expert. Conclusion. One difference between a news story and a feature article is the conclusion. Endings for a hard news article occur when all of the information has been presented according to the inverted pyramid form. By contrast, the feature article needs more definite closure. The conclusions for these articles may include, but are not limited to, a final quote, a descriptive scene, a play on the title or lead, a summary statement. Now we are going to learn some of the quick tips for writing articles. Choose words and phrases carefully so that they exactly express your ideas. Don't use unnecessary words. Be brief, avoid repetition and padding. Frame short, simple and idiomatic sentences. Be clear in what you write. Don't use words which are not fully known to you. Be natural. Don't imitate other writers. Express your own ideas in your own style. Now we are going to see the textual exercise given in your textbook. It's there in the second unit. Read and understand the data presented in the pie chart below on factors affecting health, and write an article for your school magazine highlighting the fact that it's our lifestyle that determines how healthy we remain. Write your article in about 150 words. Give a suitable title too. So this pie chart, it consists of 10% of medical facilities, 19% of environment, 20% of genetics, 10% of lifestyle, smoking, obesity, stress, diet and nutrition, blood pressure. Now this is the answer for the given pie chart. The chart gives the factors that affect health. As per the chart, the lifestyle of the people contributes a lot to the health problems of the people. Smoking affects the health. Obesity and stress will also do their part in affecting the health. Another big problem is diet and nutrition. These days, people do not eat the right food. They are taken by the taste and they do not get healthy food. The fast food is a curse to our health. The blood pressure is another problem now. Many people suffer from high or low blood pressure due to wrong food and lack of exercise. Genetics also plays a vital role in health. Our environment is also not healthy for people to live in. Another one is the medical facilities given by our government. So the suitable title for this paragraph is Factors Affecting Health. Some of the additional articles given here. Write an article of 150 words for your school magazine to create an awareness of the dangers posed by indiscriminate use of plastics. Expand the given ideas below as notes. First one, introduction. Plastic, synthetic material, doesn't decompose in soil. Inevitable role of plastic man's day-to-day life. Then second paragraph, human health hazard. Leaching of plastic into food, microplastic entering food chain, human body's inability to deal with this unnatural substance, reaction of microplastic in human body and ill effects. Adverse effects on plants and animals. Plastic particles choking waterways affect aquatic animals. Ingestion by aquatic and terrestrial animals, blocking of intestines and respiratory passages. Then fourth paragraph, environmental degradation. In this paragraph, manufacturing process and burning of plastics pollute atmosphere. Plastic non-biodegradable interferes with soil microorganisms, affects soil fertility. Then the conclusion, suggestions for restricted use, alternatives for one-time use of plastics, segregation of plastic waste for recycling. Now we are going to write the answer by using the given notes. This is the answer for this question. Introduction. Plastic is a synthetic material. The main problem with the plastic is that it does not decompose in soil. So it even blocks water to seep in. Its presence in the soil spoils the soil and the soil becomes barren. But it is that easy to abolish plastic with a rule against it. It has an inevitable role to play in the life of man. It has become a part of man's day-to-day life. Next paragraph, human health hazard. Though it is useful to man, it is a health hazard. The micro part of plastic enters our food. It becomes like a leech in our food. It produces indigestion problem to aquatic and terrestrial animals. Its presence inside our body blocks intestines and respiratory passages. Next paragraph, environmental degradation. Manufacturing process and burning of plastics pollute atmosphere. It is non-biodegradable, so it interferes with the soil microorganism and affects soil fertility. Then the conclusion part. Total ban on plastic may affect the livelihood and the facility of our public. But we cannot allow the plastic to be used as we do now. So we can go for restricted use of plastic. The plastic companies may be restricted to make one-time use plastics. All the plastic waste should be segregated into different types and used for recycling. Next we are going to see the next exercise. What it is? Urban living. It brings with it a possibility of various communicable diseases. Now write an article of about 150 words for a leading newspaper on the various ways of maintaining personal hygiene and sanitation in order to ensure a healthy living. Make use of the hints given below. Given hints. Introduction. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Brief explanation. Then personal hygiene. Some other points given under the topic personal hygiene. What are they? Frequent washing of hands and regular bathing. Brushing of teeth, trimming of nails and hair. Wearing clean clothes. Then keeping diseases at bay. Avoid street food. Keep food containers covered. Drink boiled water. Wash fruits and vegetables in flowing water. Then next paragraph. Keeping living areas, surroundings and the environment clean. Disposal of domestic organic waste on a daily basis and hazardous waste in designated places. Regular sweeping, mopping and dusting. Disinfection of toilets and bathing areas. Avoid littering of public places. Avoid spitting, urinating and defecating in public places. Then the conclusion. Hygiene, a collective exercise. Everyone's involvement and practice must ensure community, health and happiness, celebrate life. Now, this is the answer for the article given above. Introduction. Cleanliness is next to godliness. This adage shows the importance of cleanliness. Cleanliness is important for healthy life. If we keep ourselves and our place clean, we can avoid many diseases. Through the practice of the proper cleanliness, we can keep ourselves physically and mentally clean, which really makes us good, civilized and healthy human beings. Cleanliness brings feeling of physically, mentally and socially well-being and helps to make good personality and thus good impression on others. Next, personal hygiene. Our personal hygiene is very important. Most of the time we neglect this. We should wash our hands frequently and regular bathing is necessary to maintain our hygiene. Then brushing of teeth should be done every day before we take our first food. Cutting of nails and hair is also essential. Cutting of nails and hair is very essential. We should always wear clean clothes. Keeping diseases at bay. We should keep the diseases away from us. For this, we should follow certain rules. We should avoid junk food though they may be tasty. Our food should be kept in closed containers. We should drink only boiled water. Fruits and vegetables should be washed in flowing water before using them. Keeping living areas, surroundings and the environment clean. Our living areas and surroundings should be kept clean. Domestic organic waste should be disposed on a daily basis. The health hazardous waste should be kept in the designated places so that it would not disturb anyone. Our area should be swept, mopped and dusted regularly. Disinfection lotion should be used in the toilets and bathing area. Littering of public places should be avoided. We should avoid spitting, urinating and defecating in public places. Then we come to the conclusion part. Hygiene is a collective responsibility and it is a collective exercise. Everyone's involvement is needed. If we can ensure a healthy and happy community, we can celebrate our life. Now, again, we are going to remember some other quick tips for writing a good article. Already we have read, but again, to keep in our memory, you are going to revise it again. Identify your audience. You need to know whom you are writing for and why they should read it. Stay focused and write about what you know. If you have a topic, take the time to do some good research before you write it. A little search before writing will help you to write an effective and well-informed article. Don't forget about the opening paragraph of your article. Just like the title, this is what's going to induce people to keep reading your article. Fourthly, use bulleted lists. Bulleted lists are easy to scan and read. Use subheaders. This is another key to easy scanning and allows your audience to immediately identify what's going on and makes it easy to move from point to point. Don't make your paragraph shorter than 3 or 4 lines. Then always aim for clarity and simplicity in your writing. Use keywords in the title and remember to use catchy titles, attractive titles. What you want is a good balance. Here are a few title templates that work fairly well. How to? 10 greatest ways to. 5 sure 5 steps to. 5 simple ways to. 10 ways to. Like this. It's having some other catchy titles. By seeing the title itself, the readers must be encouraging to read it as soon as possible. Then the 9th one, proofread. Please, you don't have to miss or Mr. Perfect Grammar. But you don't want to submit articles to people that are riddled with the grammatical holes. Most of this can be eliminated by just proofreading a couple times. If you don't want to do it, email it to someone who can read through it to you. Then, 10th one. Use short sentences. Sentences should be as concise as you can make them. Always try to make your meaning clear. Avoid the passive voice. Active verbs add power to your writing and carry paragraphs forward. You may add humor to lighten up the subject and make your readers connect with you. It should not be forced, it should appear natural. People deserve to smile while reading, and they will like you for making their hectic day lighter. By reading the article, they will be making their heavy day as a light one. If you want to stand out from the crowd, you need to give information, insight or outlook to the readers that they have not already heard 100 times before. The readers should not think we have already been there, done that. The article is of interest if it provides them with facts that they did not know of. Thank you. Thank you for your patience. Thank you, students.